Picture this. A single bold trade that catapults a baseball team from underdog status straight to the doorstep of their first World Series appearance in decades. That's the electrifying story behind the Seattle Mariners' acquisition of Josh Naylor, a deal that's already being hailed as one of the franchise's smartest moves in a single season, and it all unfolded just ahead of the MLB trade deadline. But here's where it gets intriguing. How did this game-changing swap happen so seamlessly? Stick around as we dive deep into the details, uncovering the behind-the-scenes drama and its massive impact on the Mariners' world. For baseball newcomers, think of the trade deadline like a high-stakes shopping spree where teams scramble to improve their rosters before the season's end. It's when smart deals can make or break a playoff run. On July 24th, the Mariners shook up the league by snagging first baseman Josh Naylor from the Arizona Diamondbacks in a splashy move that had fans buzzing with excitement. To put this in perspective, acquiring a player like Naylor is akin to landing a reliable anchor in a position of weakness. For the Mariners, first base had been a glaring hole, and Naylor filled it with flair. Seattle baseball enthusiasts witnessed an immediate transformation. Naylor not only delivered everything the team had hoped for but exceeded expectations, anchoring the lineup during the Mariners' most impressive playoff push ever, stopping just short of that elusive World Series ticket. In his 54 regular season games with Seattle, Naylor batted an impressive .299, racked up an .831 OPS, which measures a hitter's ability to get on base and hit for power, and smacked 19 extra base hits. Think doubles, triples, and home runs that drive in runs and energize the crowd. His glove work at first base was rock solid, and he electrified the team by leading in stolen bases with 19, proving his speed wasn't just a bonus but a weapon. Then came the playoffs, where Naylor elevated his performance against elite competition, boasting a team-best 16 hits, a .340 batting average, and a staggering .967 OPS that turned heads across the league. Beyond the stats, Naylor quickly became a locker-room favorite and a fan darling, his infectious energy and clutch play earning him a special place in Mariners lore. It was no surprise, then, that just this month the club secured him for 5 additional years with a fresh contract, a clear signal that the organization is dead serious about leveling up and finally claiming that World Series crown. This move underscores how Naylor isn't just a player. He's a cornerstone for the team's future ambitions. To unpack how this blockbuster deal materialized, we turn to insights from Mariners general manager Justin Hollander during a chat on the Seattle sports Brock and Salk show. Hollander broke down the inner workings, revealing a structured approach where he and president of baseball operations Jerry Dipoto divide negotiation duties among different teams. The Diamondbacks, from whom Seattle also later plucked third baseman Eugenio Suarez, fell under Hollander's domain, allowing him to foster a solid rapport with Diamondbacks GM Mike Hazen and assistant GM Amiel Sade. This relationship building is crucial in baseball's trading world. It's like cultivating trusted connections in a business network, ensuring smoother conversations when big opportunities arise. Hollander reminisced about a pivotal June series when the Mariners visited Arizona for 3 games. The Diamondbacks dominated the series, sweeping Seattle with Naylor playing a key role in their success. It was a tough outing for the M's, and the D-backs were a puzzle to crack, blending talent with injury challenges. Rather than dismiss their struggles, Hollander stayed persistent, repeatedly reaching out to Sade to gauge the availability of both Naylor and Suarez. As beginners might wonder, checking availability here means probing whether a team is open to trading specific players, often in exchange for prospects or other assets that fit their needs. Eventually, the Diamondbacks warmed to the idea, initiating contact after a stretch of the season where they decided it was time to explore options. Over a couple of weeks, proposals flew back and forth, a standard dance in trades where teams barter players and prospects to find mutual value. Then, out of nowhere, Sade called Hollander after a few quiet days, presenting a deal that felt right. Hollander's intuition screamed yes, and he looped in Dipoto for confirmation. The two execs aligned on pursuing Naylor, sending promising pitching prospects Ashton Izzy and Brandon Garcia to Arizona in return. A quick call to team chairman John Stanton sealed it, and boom, the trade was set, pending routine medical checks. Co-host Mike Salk expressed surprise at how swiftly things locked in after the final pitch. Hollander explained that they'd vetted various player names beforehand, ruling out some as non-starters and approving others, until the package aligned perfectly with what the Mariners gained and what Arizona requested. We said yes, and at that stage it entered medical review, Hollander noted, with Stanton giving the green light. If you believe it's the right call, let's make it happen. And this is the part most people miss: the timing proved golden. By finalizing it a week before the trade deadline, the Mariners gained extra games with Naylor in the lineup, maximizing his impact on their playoff charge. For those new to the sport, the trade deadline typically falls at the end of July, after which teams must stick with their rosters, so nabbing Naylor early allowed Seattle to integrate him seamlessly and reap the benefits sooner. Want to hear the full scoop? Check out the video at the top of this post or tune into the podcast via this link. Catch Brock and Salk weekdays from 6 to 10 a.m., or grab the podcast on the Seattle Sports app for more Mariners insights. Dive deeper into Seattle Mariners updates and analysis with these related reads. Several promising Seattle Mariners prospects are up for grabs in the upcoming Rule 5 draft, a thrilling event where teams can claim unprotected players from other organizations, much like a free agent lottery for young talent. The Mariners have decided not to tender contracts to 3 players for the 2026 season, freeing up resources for strategic rebuilds. Naylor's re-signing highlights how the Mariners are evolving into a player magnet, attracting stars who see long-term potential. Hear what other MLB front offices are whispering about the Mariners' savvy Naylor acquisition. The ESPN Insider Buster only breaks down the potential price tag for trading Detroit's ace Tarek Skubal to Seattle, a hypothetical blockbuster that could reshape the pitching staff. But here's where it gets controversial. Was the Mariners' lightning-fast approval of the Naylor deal a masterstroke of decisive leadership, or did it risk overlooking hidden flaws in the rush to close? Some critics argue that hasty trades can backfire if medical reviews unearth issues, or if the player's fit isn't as perfect as hoped, potentially derailing team chemistry. On the flip side, others praise this bold approach as essential in the cutthroat world of baseball, where hesitation can mean missing out on championship windows. For instance, rapid decisions have built dynasties for teams like the Yankees, but they've also led to flops for others. What's your take, or do you side with the Mariners' gamble? Or do you think a slower, more cautious vetting process is smarter? Is building personal relationships the secret sauce to successful trades? Or should teams prioritize data-driven analytics over gut feelings? Drop your opinions in the comments below. Let's debate and dissect this Mariners milestone together. Follow @Zachareth for more on Seattle sports.